Yo, what is up everybody? It is your boy Z Farm. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going over some of my favorite cards to use in MLB The Show 26 Diamond Dynasty. As you guys can see, I have an absolute god squad in front of me. However, I know there are some people that are confused about who to run in your lineup and where to put them in your lineup. So in this video, I'm going to be going over some of my favorite players to use at each position in this game, along with some of my favorite starters and my favorite relievers to use in Diamond Dynasty. If you guys are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button down below, like this video, and also the link to the Discord is in the description. We go over investments so you guys can have teams like this on your screen. And once again, if you guys are new to this channel, I highly recommend hitting that subscribe button. Now let's get into this video. So guys, we are going to kick this off with the starting pitchers and the relievers that you should be using in this game. And this is as of June 15th, 2026. So if there is an updated card that comes out, or there is some update and you guys are watching this and it is past the current date, I would highly recommend checking out the Discord again. Probably you're going to see updates on my team, and follow the Twitch because that's where you'll see updated gameplay of my roster. But as you guys can see on the screen, these are the 5 best pitchers as of recording. Felix Hernandez, obviously the 99 overall, he has been goated for me this year. He's the best pitcher in the game, hands down, in terms of statistics. When you see him a lot, though, I will say this: you will start to see players kind of get used to his pitching style. And it's kind of like the Roger Clemens last year. The more you see him, the more you'll get used to, and the more you'll be better against this card. So I'm starting to get a little bit of trouble in games with Felix Hernandez, but he still is a good card. He is getting me through a lot of innings in this game, and I am actually very impressed with this card this year because it's honestly better than the Roger Clemens last year. The Roger Clemens was disgusting, but this card with a cutter, slider, circle change, sinker, fastball, that's the perfect combination in my opinion. So Felix Hernandez, obviously the best pitcher you can run in this game. Al Leiter is my number 2 in this game. The sinker cutter combo paired with that changeup, slider, curveball, very good stuff. Leiter's always been a broken card in the game. His 88 overall was in a lot of people's rotations, I know, for quite some time. So getting a 97 Al Leiter that can turn into a 99, absolutely crazy. And this card is very good, as you guys can see. I'll show you guys my stats as well. 26 innings pitched with a 3.71 ERA. That is not bad with Al Leiter. Jacob Misiorowski, I don't know what they did to this card. This card is just absolutely insane. This is honestly my favorite pitcher to use in this game. The 4-seam fastball paired with the cutter, paired with the circle change. The circle change is actually really good this year, but giving him a cutter just made him absolutely disgusting. It's better than the 91 version of his card, and again, he is just another filthy card that I have used, and as you see, a 3.38 ERA, just absolutely disgusting. Roki Sasaki I haven't used online yet, but I've seen good things from Alex Akil on him, so I'm going to put him in my rotation. Probably the next time I stream, you will see him in that rotation. You'll see him pitching for me. And obviously, the 5th starter, I have to have Michael King in there. MLB The Show is, for some reason, not patching him. He's been glitched for close to 2 years now. And yeah, if people are going to use him and be scumbags, I have to unfortunately be a scumbag. So Michael King is going to obviously be in this list, and as you guys can see, only a 4.53 ERA with Michael King. It's fair. I know some people, get hits off of him, but it is what it is. He's a decent pitcher in this game, but the only reason why he's usable is because he is glitched, and his sinker is just absolutely unhittable. So other pitchers I would use in this game, Nolan Ryan. I haven't used the Nolan Ryan to get online, but Nolan Ryan with a slider is absolutely disgusting. Again, the pitch mix is very good. 4-seam fastball, 12-6 curve, changeup, sinker, and that new slider. Absolutely disgusting per 9s. Jacob deGrom, who you can get in Showdown. The per 9s are solid. Control is very good. Good stamina. 4-seam fastball, slider, circle change, slurve, and sinker. Another good 5-pitch mix. Is there anybody else that I can maybe... Chris Sale's also valid for his pitching style. Crochet... Gonna be honest, when I used this Crochet, I got rocked with him. I don't know what it was, but this Crochet, it's decent for his overall. I'm not gonna lie, decent for players that might not have as many stubs because he is in the Vintage Series program. So if you have this card and you don't really have better options, he's pretty solid. But I wouldn't use him in higher ratings, especially once you hit that Hall of Fame mark. Corbin Burns, again, another decent pitcher. I think he's much better than the Garrett Crochet. As you guys can see, 15 innings pitched, a 1.8 ERA with Corbin Burns. So I actually used him pretty well. But yeah, Anibal Sanchez, I think, will be the last one I talk about for starters. His stuff is always good. Another good pitch mix of a four-seam slider, splitter, sinker, cutter combo, and the per-nines are pretty good. So, yeah, that is the best pitchers to use in the game. Is there anybody else I'm missing down here? Oh, also, how could I forget Demon Noah Schultz? This guy is absolutely insane. He may not be good for me. What was I pitching with him? Yeah, 5.3 ERA. Not bad. I only used him for 18 innings, so I'm not going to recommend Noah Schultz. I know every good player uses Noah Schultz, so I obviously, if you get this card, he is, I think, a very cheap card. Yeah, only $6K on the marketplace. Would go after him. Go get him because he is a good card, but he has just faltered out of my rotation, and he is no longer in there. And, yeah, I personally just grew tired of him. If he does get an upgrade at some point in this season, I will definitely use it, but the 90 overall, it's just not cutting it anymore. So he's out of the rotation, but he is a good card for anybody that is below or needs a fifth starter. So would highly recommend those pitchers in the starting rotation. The bullpen, in my opinion, this is the best arms you can get. Duran is, I think, the only replaceable arm right now in this bullpen. Ashby is just absolutely disgusting. Strom is disgusting. Broxton, the cutter that this man pitches, insane. Aroldis Chapman. I know some people are going to be like, why do you use Chapman? Chapman has been very good for me this year. Chapman has actually been a disgusting reliever. His four-seam paired with the sinker and the slider has just been wiping out players for some reason, as you guys can see. Let me actually scroll down. I don't think I've used him much online. Yeah, only 3 innings pitched, but we do have the one save. He's striking out basically everybody that I've faced with him in the 3 2/3. So, yeah, Chapman is also very good. Aaron Bummer, not a bad card. Definitely good against lefties. Felix Bautista, in my opinion, this is not an Orioles fan bias coming out from me. This is, in my opinion, the best reliever in the game. He is just absolutely disgusting. A great sinker, splitter, slider, four-seam cutter combo. That is one of the best pitch mixes in the game. And he's a reliever. Yeah, hands down, in my opinion, one of the best arms you can use. And the new Darren O'Day, the 96 Red Diamond Darren O'Day, 121 H9 versus righties, 112 versus lefties, and the Caper 9s are solid, the control is solid, the clutch is up there, and again, that pitch mix with the slider, four-seam, sinker, circle chain, slurve, disgusting. Let alone that he's a submarine pitcher, but that is just disgusting. A few other arms I would recommend. Cade Smith is not bad. Jojo Romero I've seen fellow users use. Adrian Morhan is also a very good arm. Kenley Jansen I've seen. I personally got rocked with him. I don't know what it was with Kenley. Kenley just could not get outs. Yeah, I only used him for 3 innings, and he gave up 18 ERA worth of pitching. So I just took him out because I'm like, yeah, he's just not cutting it for me. Anybody else? John Franco, not bad as well. John Franco is definitely solid. I would love to see MLB The Show give Andrew Miller an upgrade in this game because his lefties, H per 9 is just not good. So I'd love to see Miller get an upgrade at some point, and he will get an upgrade at some point this year. Don't think we'll see anything outside of that. Obviously, you got to throw in Tyler Rogers again. Would love to see an upgrade on this card because he's slowly becoming out of date. And, I just love to see another Tyler Rogers in the game. I'm not going to recommend Josh Hader. He's only 86. And I'm not going to lie, when I face Josh Hader and when I've used Josh Hader in certain situations, he's been getting rocked. So I think he's still glitched, but I would not trust him with his 86 overall card. Him being back now, he will definitely get boost. So him being a 92 overall with the edge factor might be a little better. So I might see if I have to cheese, I have to cheese. But yeah, he just got rocked. Let me actually see some stats here. Yeah, 16 innings pitched, 4.86. So not bad. It was definitely better than what it was to start. So yeah, that is the best starting pitching and bullpen arms you can get in the game. Now we are going to go to the lineup here, guys. Just showing off the bench. Nah, I'm kidding. These are just comments. I only did this so you guys can see every player at each position. Yeah, so we're going to get to the lineup here, guys. As you can see, absolute God squad here. And we are going to kick it off with the catcher position. I'm going to try and go by these as quick as possible, by the way. So here we go. At the catcher position, I personally have Ted Simmons. Other cards I would recommend is Gary Sanchez. Jorge Posada, in my opinion, is 1B. Next to Ted Simmons, Kyber Ruiz against righties, very solid. And hopefully one day we will get that Adley Rutschman upgrade because his 91 is still a good card in this game. Once he drops in a hopefully soon-to-be flash sale, this card for the people that are balling on a budget is very solid. Great fielder, decent hitter still. Unfortunately, he is outdated for those other players. But again, for those that are looking for cheap versions of cards, Adley is there. But Posada, Gary Sanchez, and Ruiz are the other three I would recommend if you don't have the 96 Ted Simmons. At first base, I had the new 99 Victor Martinez. The other cards I would recommend for him, I have a ton of recommendations actually at first base here. First, Freddie Freeman. Pete Alonso is not a bad card this year. Honestly, a platoon of Freddie and Pete would just be solid if you guys can do that. Carlos Santana I actually just took out for this Victor Martinez, so I would highly recommend this Carlos Santana if you can get him done. What's his price actually right now? He's only $218, so not bad. When more cards come out, his card price will drop. Wally Joyner, not a bad hitting card. Decent fielding first baseman, but the hitting stats are what is important on this card. Nick Kurtz, just a little bit more vision, man. If we can get a little bit more vision on a Kurtz card, man, would love to use him. Anybody else at first base that I'm missing? Josh Bell. For those that are balling on a budget, this Josh Bell is nice. A switch hitting demon, great swing. He can also play right field. Would recommend Bell. Would recommend Kurtz, Joyner, Santana, and a platoon, if you can, of the new Freddie Freeman and Pete Alonso. At second base, I have the brand new 96 Jorge Polanco. Other second baseman I would recommend, Jackie Robinson. He was in my lineup for a while. I know he was one of the best second basemen in the game before they dropped all the new switch hitters. Jazz Chisholm, again, another card they kind of screwed over with vision, but all the other stats are good on All-Star and below. He is definitely a good card. Anybody else? Xavier Edwards isn't bad. He's definitely not great, but he is a decent card, again, for those that are balling on that budget. And hopefully we get an Ozzy upgrade at some point. There will be, I don't know when it's going to happen. Willie Castro is going to get an upgrade soon, guys. I just feel it. I feel the Willie Castro upgrade coming, and I feel that it's going to happen at some point in the Spotlight Series because he just hit 2 home runs today against the Athletics. I think he hit a grand slam as well. So his card is coming. I am guaranteeing it now, guys. You will be seeing a new Willie Castro in the game, and I would recommend him at second base. He also just plays third, short. He plays everywhere. So whenever you get a Willie Castro, you definitely use him. At shortstop, I have the 99 Live Series collection, Troy Tulowitzki. Other cards I would recommend. This Fernando Tatis Jr. is very good. I wish they gave him just a tad bit more vision, but it is what it is. He also plays center field and right field. The new 96 former Chase pack, Derek Jeter, very solid card. Wish it had a little bit more pop, but his contact is just absolutely insane in this game. Francisco Lindor, always love Lindor's swings. The card is solid overall. It is a good 5-tool card. And Ellie De La Cruz, very good card for a 94. Again, a tad bit more vision would have just made this card absolutely incredible. But yeah, that's who I'd recommend at shortstop. Anybody else out there? I don't think so. Hopefully we get a Leo card soon. I love Leo's swing. Jesus Mate card would also be nice. I just like the rookie spring breakout players. Mate and Leo have been just very nice to me. So when they were first in the game, I used them. But yeah, they grew out of date very quick. Third base, Miguel Cabrera, the last Legends and Flashback collection. I have him at third base. Other players, I would use Jose Ramirez. This card is always insane. His stats are always good, and his swing, to me, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I know some people are definitely not going to agree with this. His swing, to me, is the best in the game. I always just love his swing. His swing is just beautiful for timing. Chipper Jones. If you don't have Jose Ramirez, you can't get Jose Ramirez. This Chipper Jones is disgusting. I'm not going to recommend Michael Garcia, even though he is 94 overall, and he was, in my opinion, the worst collection this year for collections in the game. The reward is just god-awful. It's a mid-card for a 94. The Bregman is better. I'd even say guys like Matt Carpenter and Colt Emerson are better. And definitely Isaac Paredes. So this card grew out of date very quickly. I know a lot of people did not use this card and don't even have this card. So would not recommend Michael Garcia. Terry Pendleton, power's kind of but yeah, outside of that, Manny Machado I just love because his swing is just goated for me. But yeah, there's nobody else at third to recommend. In left field, I have Sean Figgins. Other cards I would recommend is Jackson Churio. Cody Bellinger's swing is always great to me. Jason Dominguez as a DH would be solid. Dalen Lyle. Again, you want to talk about cards for balling on a budget players. Dalen Lyle is a righty killer. If you face a righty with this Dalen Lyle, you are at a massive advantage. I personally recommend Lyle. Jock Peterson as well. His swing is just always nice. And you want to talk about good swings, ladies and gentlemen. This Yordan Alvarez. My goodness. When they drop a Yordan, and I don't know when he's going to get an upgrade, probably around the All-Star game, because he will be going to the All-Star game. That card is going to be in everybody's lineup. We're lucky that they dropped this 94 now, because the 98 or 99 that he is getting next month is going to be absolutely disgusting. So that's who I recommend in left field. Personally, would put Yordan at DH if you can, but Jock Peterson, Lyle, Bellinger, Churio are all good options out there. In center field, I have Ketel Marte. He is a second base primary, but I do have him in center field. Other options, I would recommend a platoon of PCA with either blind Byron Buxton, that's what I call Byron Buxton, because they just screw his vision every time, or Adam Jones. Adam Jones actually has a pretty good card this year for his 94 version. That's a gold glove. Good fielder, obviously because he's a gold glove card, but the contact and power is very solid. His speed is solid, and he has good arm strength. So this is a good 5-tool card. If you don't have the top players in this game, again, I would highly recommend him if you're balling on a budget. For $25K, very solid card, good swing. Mickey Mantle. I think he's a Cityscape collection, so you would have to finish the Cityscapes collection. But again, another good card, a lot of just overall good stats around the board. The PCA, why I say he's a platoon, his lefty stats are just not good, and he just gets chewed up when there is a lefty in the game. So I would recommend Buxton or Adam Jones if you can. Anybody else in center field? Carlos Beltran, when he gets an upgrade, will be used by everybody. He was an insane 99 last year, but yeah, his 92 was a little bit disappointing. The power versus righties was not good, but overall this card is pretty solid, and I would recommend him to whoever is out there. Anybody else in center field that I am missing? No. All right. Right field, final position, then we'll just talk about some DHs as well. In right field, I have Albert Pujols, who is a first base primary. He can play right field, and honestly, the only reason why he's in right field is because of guys like V-Mart being on the team, Berkman being on the team. Miggy can only play third outside of playing first, so he's in right field. And right field, to me, I think is just a very good spot for Albert Pujols. Now, other cards I would recommend, Juan Soto is not bad, James Wood is not bad. This Colton Cowser has a pretty solid swing, let alone with the fact that he is just a good fielding outfielder. So a guy like Colton Cowser is not bad. Bryce Harper, not a great right fielder. Honestly, a better first base DH card. When he gets that card, definitely look out for that. But his swing is always good with him. Yeah, that's really it. Anthony Santander is another card that I would recommend if you don't have a lot of the top guys or any stubs. If you're balling on a budget, again, a lot of these cards that are 92 overall, 93 overall, if you're looking for cheap cards. Guys like Santander is going for 5K, and he's just a very good card. He has a great swing and 111 power on both sides. I think with a mod on, yeah. He's disgusting. So, also, how could I forget? This card, I don't know how I just took him out of my lineup because he was hitting incredibly for me. Ken Singleton, if you can finish the NL East Live Series, which I think is very cheap right now, I would recommend doing it because this card for a 92 version is just so insane. The contact is great. The power is great. He's a good fielding right fielder. The only problem is the speed. 60 is pretty solid, but you could obviously get better. Once he gets a upgrade, whether that's a 97, 98, 99, he will be in everybody's lineup. His swing is incredible. And yeah, I would recommend Ken Singleton out of everybody that I just named. If you can somehow get that NL East collection done, like I said, get Ken Singleton. Now, the DH spot, I have the brand new 97 Red Diamond Lance Berkman. Have not used this card in online as well, but always able to capitalize with good Lance Berkman cards. And any other card I would recommend that I missed out on, let me just scroll through real quick. Would recommend Gary Sanchez, DH jock as well. Jordan, I would recommend as a DH. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. Josh Bell, another good card. Yeah, a lot of these cards, I mean, the switch hitting cards, honestly, the meta this year, guys, is just switch hitting. Like, I'm just going to be honest. The switch hitters, also, hold on, I completely forgot about him. Where is he? I just saw his name, so I will mention him as well. He can play anywhere on the diamond. Ian Happ, left field, primary, second base, third base, center field, right field, secondaries. Another good card with a good swing. So, outside of that, guys, I mean, you can see my team right here. This is the best lineup to use, but I named a ton of other options that you guys should use in this game. And yeah, that is it for this video, guys. If you guys, once again, are new to this channel, I highly recommend hitting that subscribe button down below. Like this video, and once again, join the Discord. If you guys want a team like this on the screen, highly recommend joining that Discord down below. It is a free investment Discord where I give away some of the, in my opinion, some of the best tips in the investment community, and I tell you guys who to invest in for the next roster update and Legends and Flashbacks. It is a free way to make stubs, and that will be the show 26, and all you got to do is join the Discord. Link is in the description. So, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate it if you guys got to the end of this video, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, guys.